Hello everyone, in this video I would like to present a more coherent and actually thought out and planned summary of this week's UAP hearing before the US Congress. I wish I had the luxury of watching it with a completely blank slate as I did last year without prior interest in the topic, as my analysis would probably be even more objective then. Anyway, let's start with the Congress side of things. It is clear that there is a group of representatives who are fed up with the fact that Congress does not have proper oversight over the military-industrial complex and especially its budgets. The other very valid point is overclassification of everything related to US UAPs. It is widely agreed that while certain capabilities of both the objects and of the military should remain classified, the very fact that something intelligently controlled is out there and is most likely something involving non-human higher intelligence should be out there in the public. We are capable of handling the truth, and most people are okay with the thought we may not be alone anyway. The summary was very nicely put by Chairwoman Mays, who in her closing statement indicated simply that if UFOs, UAPs are not real, as we are often told by the gatekeepers, why then there are billions upon billions of dollars spent on identifying, tracking and analyzing them? Something clearly does not add up there and seems fishy. And if there are indeed crashed craft and possibly bodies of their pilots out there, we should also know, as this may be one of the most important discoveries in our collective history as a species. Now to talk about witnesses, let's start with Michael Gold. Some people in the UFO community claim that his presentation boiled down to hinting NASA could use more funding. While this is technically the truth, it is also an oversimplification of things. As Mr. Gold pointed out, there are troves of scientifically valuable data out there which nobody really looks at, let alone analyzes it, even because of the sheer weight of stigma associated with the topic. Meanwhile, an honest approach to such data, weeding out prosaic explanations and leaving true anomalies to be subjected to more rigorous and detailed analysis should certainly be the way forward. An interesting remark from Mr. Gold also should have us think about the nature of the phenomenon. What kind of non-human intelligence we are dealing with? Is it biological, mechanical, AI, a hybrid, or a mixture of those? When it comes to Admiral Gallaudet, he clearly emphasized the dedication of the gatekeepers to keeping things under wraps, with his tale of deleted emails, the fact that the topic is not discussed even internally by the military commanders, even from the simple but so important angle of flight, aviation and marine safety. It also highlighted the fact that there are few to no roots soldiers wishing to report any anomalous encounters can rely on to get their stories heard and acted upon. We also heard quite the account of USO activity, with one torpedo-like object and another one exceeding the speed of nuclear-powered submarines by an order of magnitude. Even a brief glance should make us realize that those objects have capacities which are not currently within our reach because of technological and material limitations, most likely, even taking into account the fact that projects currently on the drawing boards are likely a few decades ahead in terms of their advancement. Now, where to start with Lou Elizondo? I believe he did rehabilitate himself fully after the recent fiasco with the UAP photo, which really depicted a chandelier reflection. And to be honest, his testimony exceeded my expectations. I was well aware that there is a lot of stuff he's unable to talk about. We already knew about it from the moment of the publication of his book Imminent. And yet there were numerous details and inferences which made his stand before the Congress very important. First, it could be interpreted that he was read into at least one very important special access program dealing with UAPs. Next, we got to know that there are biologics or bodies, if you will, in possession of the United States government and or private contractors, and that those bodies are most likely those of several different species or races, whatever we wish to call them. We also heard that crash retrieval programs are real, confirming the testimony of David Grush from last year. There was a confirmation that the objects observed around are too advanced to be man-made in any case, and there were likely many more nuances that I may have missed, and I will definitely rewatch his statement at some point in the future in hope of catching out more and more stuff that was said. I left the testimony of Michael Schellenberger for the last. His contribution was extremely valuable and kicked off strong with the notion that FOIA requests are very much missing the point, as they are sometimes almost completely redacted and contain very little to no information at all, let alone useful information. He also underlined the difficulties, if not virtual impossibility, of the whistleblowers to come forward with their testimonies with fear of reprisals hanging like a Damocles' sword above their heads. He also underlined the willingness of the journalists to protect their sources and how important it is that they are often the one and only venue the whistleblowers can rely upon. But the actual importance when it comes to Schellenberger's testimony was in the documents submitted to the Congress. The report on the secret Immaculate Constellation program, which was included in the congressional record, contains some extremely valuable information, and there is a trove of information provided in his statement before the hearing, which includes 214 pages in total, including sources and citations. These documents are, in my opinion, important enough to warrant a separate video, which I am planning to release as the next one. So, now that the dust has settled, what are your thoughts about the hearing? Did it meet your expectations? Was it a flop? Did it fall somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comment section down below. Myself, I am satisfied with it. I did not expect outright disclosures in terms of photos, videos, or actual specimens or the bodies or craft, but we got to know that high quality evidence exists and is hidden from the public, and many other important things. Thank you very much for watching and for all your support. It keeps the channel going. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will see you very soon in another video. Take care.